All right, welcome in everybody to the first matchup of the 2022 Elkhart County Historical Museum Collections Tournament. For this matchup, we're going to Julie's bracket today, where she'll be presenting the story of the Diary of Lana Markel going against the Mastodon Tooth. So a quick reminder, Julie will have 2 minutes to present each item. So 2 minutes for the diary, 2 minutes for the tooth. And then at the end, you get to decide who wins. So let's throw it out to Julie and hear about these two great items.
Here we are in Forging a Path, kicking off a first round matchup. For the consideration of the fans, I offer one of my favorites, the Mastodon Tooth, which is right here behind me. Other than actual stone in our stone tools and nature-made fakes, if you've seen our exhibit, Forging a Path, you know what I'm talking about. The Mastodon Tooth is among the collection's oldest specimens and artifacts, along with a mammoth tusk and at least one Paleo-era point. The tooth was found around 1904 in the Elkhart River swimming hole in Goshen by Fred Obendorfer Sr. Imagine his surprise and delight to pull this amazing chomper out of the river. This tooth has never been scientifically dated, but we can safely say that it is at least around 11,000 years old. Scientists believe Mastodon emerged in the Pliocene era 5 to 2.5 million years ago. Mastodon lived in herds and were forest dwellers. They were smaller than the woolly mammoth, and their tusk had a less pronounced curve. The Mastodon went extinct as part of the mass extinction of megafauna at the end of the Pleistocene era, roughly 10 to 11,000 years ago. While it is commonly believed that the mass extinction was a result of pressure from overhunting by paleo people, research leans toward climate change as the dominant factor in the extinction of megafauna, with hunting being a contributing factor. If the Mastodon Tooth advances in the tournament, we'll take a closer look at it and delve into the implications for paleo foodways. We'll also consider early scientific discoveries and learn how the Mastodon was distinguished from the mammoth. Vote for the Mastodon Tooth if you want to learn more and if you want to see it out of the case. Hi, we're here in the archives where the collection holds a wealth of material that gives us a glimpse into the heart and soul of Elkhart County. Diaries can be especially illuminating and remind us that history is about people. So all of those objects that those competitors are bringing forward, remember, history is about people, not about stuff. So vote for the people-related objects that I am presenting. I want to share with you a very special diary by a young lady writing in 1870. Bear in mind this is just a handful of years after the Civil War, and Ulysses S. Grant was the president. The diary was pre-printed in 1867 with several pages of almanac-type information, such as moon phases, obviously not pertinent by 1870. Our diarist inscribes the front of the diary, Miss Lana Markel's Memorandum of 1870, Elkhart, Indiana. Lana's entries are full of day-to-day information, such as weather, who is sick or not, the comings and goings of family members. On quiet days, she writes, nothing of importance. Most interestingly, Lana talks a great deal about school. In the first few days of January 1870, she tells us that Mr. Slocum, the teacher, is sick, so she must take control of the class. Spelling bees must have been a very big thing at the time because she mentions spelling school and challenges between schools. Over the course of the diary, Lana appears to advance from being a student to being a teacher herself. If this diary moves forward in the tournament, we'll learn more about Lana and her life at home and at school. She shares interesting stories that give us a taste of life in Elkhart County at the time. I don't want to give away any of the best parts, so you'll have to vote to move A Year in the Life of Lana Markel into the next round. Don't forget to vote.
Oh my, those were some great items, Julie. Thanks for presenting both two really great items. So now we leave it up to you, our glorious and wonderful followers on our social media. So you get to vote. So when we post this on Facebook, leave your vote in your comments. Vote either the diary or the tooth. So this will be on the museum's Facebook page. also on the Elkhart County Parks YouTube page. So this is airing on Monday, March 7th. So you have about 48 hours because the next video will drop on Wednesday, March 9th. So voting closes when the new video posts. So you have about 48 hours. So vote Diary, vote Tooth, and the winner will move on to the tournament. So we're just warming up here in the tournament with our first matchup. We got a lot more great history to show you. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to vote, and we'll see you in a few days for our next matchup.